University College of Arts and Commerce. This is Assist Edupedia. Myself, Assistant Professor Sunil Shah. Today, I will be calling up the topic called geographical indication, which is very important under the intellectual property rights. This particular topics that is falling into the subject called business law, which is covered under the class of BMS as well as of SYBCom. In BMS, under the business law, the geographical indication is under in SEM 1 and it is covered under Unit 4, whereas in BCom, it is on SEM 4 and it is covered in Unit 5. Students, geographical indication, the word which is quite unfamous, but it is quite famous for those persons who are into the business industries and they want to show their uniqueness, and that has been covered under intellectual property rights, that is called IPR. Today in this session I will be speaking about who are the persons who can register under the geographical indication, where to register, what are the process for registration, what would be related to infringement, and what is the duration of the geographical indication if it has been registered according to the legal aspect. Geographical indication, the word GI is a sign on the product which denotes the specific geographical origin and possess the qualities or the reputation that are due to the origin. What does it mean, students? When a product has been manufactured or produced in that particular locality, that is be something different as compared to those products which is produced in different area. Because of that product uniqueness of that particular area, the manufacturers or the producer can have the different identity and they can charge some rate, and for charging that some rate specially, they will go to the IPR office because of that particular product's origin. In other words, we can say that innovation in the quality assurance and the distinctiveness which is essentially attributable to the fact of the origin that is defined geographically, locality, region and the country. Coming to the geographical indication, these are the symbols which have been given by the GI, that is the IPR office in India, that is called protected geographical indication, and this is the sign which has been approved by the IPR office. Geographical indications are intellectual property rights. Please remember, GI has been covered as a IP, that is intellectual property rights, to serve to identify the product that originates from the specific geographical area and that has quality of reputation and other characteristics that are essentially attributable to the geographical origin. Now coming up, if you see this particular images, you can see these are the rice which are especially which has a different origin. The pepper or the coffee beans or the instruments or the bottles or any of the spices which are having a specific area location, then the producer will go to the IPR office and they will file their registration. Now coming out, what is the process? When the farmers or the producers or the manufacturers who are doing the specialty product of that particular area, locality or the origin, if they want that this particular product should be protected, they will go to the legal aspect, they will go to the intellectual property rights office located in Mumbai in all the metros, and they will try to fill up the form. Today in this session, students, I will be telling about the particular format of filling up the form for getting this particular product registered. That is, first is filing an application. The filing of application can be done online or offline. Then there would be examination of the product by the examination department of the GI office, which is there in the IPR office. Either after the examination of that particular application, either it would be acceptance or it would be rejection. If that has been rejected, then they would be giving the reasons for the objections. If the objections are been removed, then there would be opportunity of the heard, and after the opportunity of the heard has been given, either the officer can refuse or can accept. If that particular application after the opportunity of the heard has been given, still it has been rejected by the examiner of the IPR, then the producer will directly go to the appeals at IPAB. What is the full form of IPA? That is Intellectual Property Appellate Board. So there is a board which goes for the appeals which have been raised by the persons whose applications have been rejected. So these are the ways in which the application has been rejected, then the opportunity to be had, and once again if we find that he is not getting the justice, he will go for the appeals. Now if you come for the acceptance, there are two ways, either it would be acceptance or it could be rejected. If there is acceptance by this particular application, then there would be advertisement in the GI journal. Please remember students, the GI journal is in the portal of IPR. There is a GI page. In that page there would be a journal in which whatever the applications have been received and it has been accepted, it would be published digitally. And there would be opportunity if there is acceptance or if it has been refused. So when there is advertisement, there would be chances that any parts of the corners of India, some persons will come for the objections if still the examiner accepted that particular product. If there is a refusal, then he will directly go to the IPAB, that is Intellectual Property Appellate Board. That after the scrutiny of that particular application, it was been raised by the objection by this person, the opponents, and these opponents have been removed, and the examiner is still not accepting my form, then they will go for appeals. If there is an opposition has been raised and the objection has been removed by the applicant, then there would be entered in the GI register, which has been kept in the IPR office. And after it has been entered, there is only one and last mode which is left for the IPR office to issue them the certificate, that is GI certificate. And in the GI certificate, there are two ways. One is been entered in the Part A register and is also entered in Part B register, depending upon the product. Whether it is agricultural products or some other products, it would be related to entering into A part of the journal or the B part of the journal. Students, this is also the same way how there is a filing of application, examination, then the objection of there is objection, there would be opportunity to heard and there would be refused. And if it is opportunity for heard is being given, it will go for acceptance, then would be advertisement in the GI journal, then they would be entered into GI registration, and if there is an entrance, after entrance, if there is opposition or if the objection, then they will be going, if it is refused, then they will go for IPAB, that is Intellectual Property Appellate Board, for hearing. And if it has been accepted, then there will be entering into the register of GI, and there will be entering into two different types of register, Part A and Part B. Now coming out with the next part, what is the main difference between geographical indication and the trademark? A trademark is a sign, word or phrase which is used to distinguish its goods or service from the others. How we have in the trademark, life is good, or the Tata Place, the slogan Isko Lगा दिया था जिंगा लाला, or any of the slogans which are done, that would be going for the trademark. But the main difference between the geographical indication is that it tells the consumer that the product is produced of the certain place and has certain characteristic of that particular place. How we have Agra's pita, how we have Kolhapuri's chappal, how we have something like Banarasi silk, how we have Banarasi pan, or we have something like Aligarh's law. So that particular area is quite famous for that particular product. Then they will go for geographical indication. So that is the main difference, that is the product origin. A trademark gives the entity to prevent others from the using of the trademark. On other hand, J may be used by all producers. So those persons who are producing Banarasi pan, or those farmers, or those persons who are selling the dragon fruit, he or that particular farmer, 7 to 8 farmers, will also have the GI tag on that particular product what has been produced, like Assam tea or Darjeeling tea. All the people who are into that particular business, they would be having GI tag. But in case of trademark, only one person would be having. So that is the vast difference between the GI and the trademark. Now coming out to who are the governing bodies, internationally as well as nationally. We are speaking about international level. It is governed by the TRIPS agreement, that is called trade related aspects of intellectual property rights when the product has been launched worldwide. So it would be, you have to get registered at the international level. Now coming to India, more properly now it has been called as Bharat. In geographical indication of the Goods Registration Protection Act 1999, it is governing body administered by the controllers of the patents, designs and the trademark. Those persons, those who are in the authority, that is called controller, who is also called the Register of Geographical Indication. So he is having the three different roles of trademark, patents and the geographical indication. It is enacted by the Geographical Indication Goods Act 1999 and has been come into force on 15th of September 2003. So students, it is 20 years old, that is we called it a new act. It will, after the time passes, we will get more information. Coming to the definition, geographical indication defines such goods which are agricultural goods like the basmati rice, or it would be of any of the jute, that would be classified into agriculture product. Natural goods, sandalwoods, or the rice, or the manufactured good of that particular origin, originating or manufactured in that particular territory, or the country, or the region, or the locality in that territory, which has given the quality, reputation, or the characteristic of such goods which is essentially attributable to geographical origin. So students, please remember the Assam tea, or the Darjeeling tea, or the Nilgiri tea is having different aroma. So based on that, it would be having different taste attributes, and that would be registered under the GI tag. In case where the goods are manufactured by the goods which are one of the activities, either production or planning or selling, then they will get registered at that particular area. Coming to the intellectual property rights are being classified into industrial rights and copyrights related and the related rights. Under the industrial right, we have trademark, patents, trade secrets is the new intellectual property rights, and we have geographical indications. Which are the rights? Students, we are speaking now about the legal aspect. Rights provided by the geographical indication. Right to obtain relief in respect of infringement. If the other person is copying my product which has been not registered by them, then those persons who are copying, it would be called in law as the person has infringed my right. That means he is not having the right, still is using my particular product's name, and he is making the business where I am having a business loss. Then in that case, he would be penalized for the offense under the related sections of the GI Act. The exclusive rights of the GI in relation to the goods in respect of the geographical indications are to be registered. There are two or more authorized user of the registered of geographical indication can also have co-equal rights. Coming to the next part, coming to this best example is Darjeeling tea was the first India's product in 2004 and 5 that has been registered as a GI product. So please remember, the GI Act came in 2003, and in 2004 the Darjeeling tea was the first registered given by the Tea Board of India to give Assam tea and Nilgiri tea also were being followed. So first was Darjeeling tea, followed with Assam tea, and there was a Nilgiri tea. So this particular tea manufacturers or producer had get registered into GI tag. Since then, that is from 2004 till 2023, 465 goods have been registered, added as per the data which has been taken up in this particular slides. As per the May 2023 records, we have 465 goods which have been having a GI tag. And to tell you, in one day we had 33 GI registered. Recently, Kashmiri saffron, that is what is called as what we use it in the milk, which is having a very good property, that is been registered. And the black rice, which is we are not quite having quite not famous, but the Manipur people has registered black rice and has got GI tag. The highest GI tag, if you see, the Karnataka is quite famous for the soaps, or it is quite famous for the incense sticks. So Karnataka is having the highest GI tag, followed with Tamil Nadu and Kerala. The fourth one comes the Maharashtra. So how GI came into the market, how GI was protected? Please remember, there were the three controversial stories. First was neem, second was turmeric, and third was basmati rice. As you are aware, the ancient Rishi gurus what used to give the benefit properties of the neem in the Ayurvedic medicines, and this particular neem properties were being stolen and used by the foreigners, and they used to sell. So this particular era, this particular manufacturers of the neem and neem products, they went to Government of India and they want that this particular product is our, we want to get it protected, and how GI Act was being established. Same thing happened with turmeric. Our turmeric is having the Rishi gurus or the Ayurvedic products, where the turmeric is having a very good effect and our health aspect also, when it is used as an antiseptic. During the lockdown, during Corona, COVID-19, people were using the turmeric milk. So because of our turmeric having a good effect on our health, the foreign countries people are used to take the advantage of our product, and they used to charge better and they used to make money. So the second era was turmeric issue, and last was the issues of basmati rice. There were different basmati rice, 2 bar, 3 bar, and there were different basmatis varieties. And these foreign peoples used to sell this particular product, take the basmati from India, and they used to pack, repack, and they used to charge more. And because of these three area, the history, in 1999, government of India felt that to form an act that is called GI Act. It was enacted in 99, but it was enforced 4 years back. After that is in 2003. So students, what is the objective of GI Act 1999? It prohibits unauthorized person for misusing geographical indication and protects the consumer from deception, that is from cheating. Particular law, that is GI Act, governing the geographical indication of the goods in India could be well enough to protect that particular offenders while they are cheating to the other persons, that they are being GI protected, to encourage the promote of exports for the goods bearing Indian geographical indication, and hence the farmers or the producers can have a better price. What are the benefits of registration? I like to recapture it. It confers legal protection, prevents unauthorized use of the registered geographical indication by others, provides legal protection to Indian geographical indication, which in turn boosts exports, and it promotes economic prosperity of the producer of the goods produced in geographical territory. Now coming into the point, who is registered proprietor of the geographical indication? So geographical indication can be registered by a person, single person, or an association of person, or a group of person. Producer, organization, authority can go for registration established by or under the law and can be a registered proprietor. The name should be entered into the register of geographical indication as the registered proprietor for geographical indication applied for. Now coming to the importance of geographical indications in India. How it has been enforced, such goods originate in one geographical indication has to be protected from the origin. It may result into unfair competition. It would be also related to false representation to the public. In such cases also there would be infringement of the geographical indication rights. Now giving out the example, there is an Amora Dholak is a musical instrument made of the natural woods, that is made from the woods of mango, jackfruit, and the teak wood. This particular product has been also geographically indicated, protected. Manipuri Takshari, popular art of the brass wires. Any of the work used for making kudos is Manipuri Tarkashi has been also protected because it's only found in Manipur. We have Sambal, the animal horns craft made from the raw materials procured from the dead animals, and that is also been geographically protected. Coming to the different example, that is Bagpat, a place in India that is good for home furnishings, and they are being protected. We have a place in India that is in Barapanki, handloom products. This handloom products is totally different as compared to those, so that has been also protected. And we have Kalpi, that particular paper bag that is handmade, that is also been geographically indicated. So you see this three and this three and the previous three are the concepts are growing up, so many people of that particular areas are protecting that product. So in India, if you see from this particular slide, GI tags are having following types. So if the question is asked, normally this GI questions is asked is in UPSC, MPSC, in a Talati office, or in the postal office, or any probationary office, or in interview they are asking about intellectual property rights. Enough questions are being asked about trademark, patents, and copyright. Something new, GI, which is not been aware, so they would be asking which are the types. And handicraft is one of the type where this particular products are being classified. Madhubani paintings, Mysore silk. In food items, Tirupati Laddu, this particular temple in Tirupati, that is quite famous for its Laddu. They are also having the GI tag. The Rasgulla of Calcutta are also having a GI tag. Now coming into the liquors brand, that is wine or drinks, example of champagne, the brand of Scotch, whiskey, tequila, and of Mexico, they are also internationally having the GI tag. Industrial products like machines or the designs are also being protected, and the agricultural products, you will speak about the basmati rice, or it will be tea or a coffee. Now coming to that particular state which are highly, that particular state in which the GI is high, most of the products of the originators applies. So Karnataka is the highest registered GI products in India. In India, 42 GI products are there which have been registered from Karnataka. Followed with second highest is Tamil Nadu, which has 35 GI products. Maharashtra stands in the third position with 30 GI products, and Jharkhand has no GI product of that particular area. There are chances that the peoples of Jharkhand will be also registering their products. A GI tag is an indication that the product has specific geographical origin and possesses the qualities and has characteristics which are essential attributable to that product. What are the use of GI? To get the quality of the products, the desired traits, and assures the authenticity of the product. It increases the trade and tourism in India. It prevents the unauthorized use of the geographical indication. It also prohibits the malpractices to avoid sales of the low quality products which are there in the market. And the time limit, once a person is applying for the GI, the license or the GI certificate, the durability is of 10 years and may be renewed after time to time according to the provisions of these sections. The concept of GI is being used in the products which are correspond to specific geographical indication, that is town, region or the country. The head office of GI is in Chennai. The regulatories are IPR office. And this act came into question if it has been asked as in the objectives any of the exam. It came in the force on 15th of September 2003. The top 5 states in India are includes Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Maharashtra and Kerala. Tamil Nadu and Karnataka holds maximum GI tag, followed with Kerala with 35 tags, and Uttar Pradesh is now having 34 GI tags and Maharashtra is now having 31 GI tags. So students, as per the data, as per the GI has been registered, the data we would be uploading and informing you in the particular videos. Geographical indication protects the protects against the misuse of the or the imitation of the registered name. Guarantee of the true origin. The ensures all the producer in the given geography have collective rights. Now coming to the Kangra tea, became the second GI Indian product to registered in European Union. So Indian origin Kangra tea had registered in European Union countries and they are being sold internationally. Kangra tea is also known as a unique taste, fragrance, attribute to its abundance, pyrazine content. So in Kangra tea, if you drink, there is a pyrazine content where we get a flavor and an aroma and we will be having a different taste. Coming to GI is essentially for collective protection provided by the group of producers for the specified area. Now coming to the alcoholic drink, that is in India, alcoholic drink, that is wine and wine products are also been having a GI tag. Kaju Feni, that is called Kaju Feni, is the first alcoholic drink in India to get GI tag. The best motive of geographical indication is to prevent unauthorized use of the geographical indication. GI provides security to the new and unique products of that particular area. It can be applied by the manufacturer, producer or the association. Coming to the particular right, what are the steps? File an application. Step 2 and step 3 is preliminary scrutiny by the examination department of the IPR. Then there would be show cause notice if it is there is an objection. Publication, geographical indication, if there is a if they found the examiner that this particular application is found to be suitable. If there is an opposition, when after the publication there is an opposition which is raised by any of the person, then there would be opposition. Then there would be registration. After registration there would be renewal, addition protection to be notified goods, and if there is an appeal it will go to IPAB, that is Intellectual Property Appellate Board. Coming to those products which are not can be registered, those who are likely to receive or create confusion cannot be registered, which is doing anything against the law of that particular country or any other country cannot be registered. It compromise of scandalous or obscene material, that is which is not accepted under the Indian Penal Code, then it will be rejected. It contains any matter which is likely to hurt for the time in force or the religion, that would be not registered. Susceptible to any class or section of citizens of India, if it is hurting to the sentiments, it would be not registered. If it is dismantled by the protection by the court, that won't be not registered. It would be any generic names which is hurting to that particular products, it won't be registered. And if it is feeling like it is falsely representing to be true, which is not true, then it would not be registered. What are not registered? Section 1 and explanation 1 and 9 says that the purpose of this section is that generic names of that particular products is not been registered, and if it is hurting to the sentiments, it's not registered. And explanation 2 says that in determining whether the name is of generic account and the factors including the situation or the places originates of the consumption of goods cannot be registered. Students, this is the concluding slides. These are the particular formats of this particular from the website I taken. This is the certificate which is issued by the GI under the GI Act, the Intellectual Property Right. This particular certificate is issued. It is issued under the Intellectual Property Right. It is be called as Form 02. If you have seen the national emblem, and they will be saying that which particular C. If you see, that is Disha Rasgolla is been the particular product of Odisha is been registered under the tag and the validity is also been shown. Here the date of issues and the class of geographical indication and the certificate number has been published. The second particular format, that is the haldi, that is the turmeric by this particular persons of the Odisha had a registered turmeric also under the GI tag. Maybe his turmeric would be different, and there is the officer that is called registrar of the GI registers and issues the certificate in form O-2. Thank you from my side, students. In this particular video, you might have understood the whole concept of geographical indication. Thank you from my side.